Hi, crafty friends. It's Tracy Hines, aka Nanner Banana, and in today's video, we are going to make our first embellishment for the mushroom journal. So, yesterday, I did a quick little video using my prism markers and made some little just simple mushrooms. And so then I thought I want to use those to make some whimsical embellishments. And I really love how these turned out. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you like them or not. So I'm going to bring you along as I actually make these. As you can see, I cut out the mushroom. And as I start constructing one, I'll go over all the items that I actually used. A couple things. I am using a leaf punch, which I feel like that looks a little bit like a fern, which makes me think of like a forest floor. And then I used my whale-tail punch. I want to apologize if my lighting feels a little bit off. It's pretty late at night. I can't sleep, and when I can't sleep, I usually get up and craft. And I thought, well, I'm at a point when I'm ready to start filming this video, so I might as well do that. Okay, so let me move these over to the side. I love the ones with the little mushrooms too, like the 2 mushrooms on one. I thought I was gonna like these the best, but I actually like the ones that I think these look even more whimsical, so I love those. Okay, let me put this off to the side. And the first thing we want to do is, I think we'll make one at a time. I think that would be the smart thing to do. All right, so we need our flashcard. And we're going to need a mushroom. Let's use this one. Yeah, when I made these yesterday, I was actually wanting to do some watercolor. Not necessarily using my marker, my water. I can't remember if these are alcohol markers or I can't remember now, but they're the Prism Copic markers. Anyway, though, I was wanting to do like watercolor mushrooms, so I still may try making like some journal cards where I do some watercolors once I locate my watercolors. But I have moved things around in my craft room and now I can't find them. All right, we're gonna get this cut out. Probably should have cut these out before turning the camera on, but hopefully you don't mind me taking my time here a little bit to do this. I haven't started the mushroom journals yet. I think I might do that after I get off this video. I think when I get done filming, that's what I will work on next. All right, and then the very first thing I'm using, I think this is something they use in drywall. I might be wrong though. I purchased this on Katie's Tribe of Fives, one of her live sales, and I will list her channel down below. So if you've never been to one of her live sales, she has really economical pricing and really neat, unique items. And every week she brings something a little bit different. So it's not the same thing all the time. Like she brings different items, which keeps it fun and interesting. So yeah, I will link her down below. That way, if you want to go check her out, you can. But that's where I think this is for drywall, but I'm not 100% sure. So I just put down the circle mesh, and then I'm using a vocabulary card here. And this is just, I'm just layering. This is what I consider collage. So I guess you'd say I'm collaging on a flashcard, and it ends up being a tag for my mushroom journal after I put my mushroom focal point on. And I'm just using, I love this little stapler. So this, I get it at Walmart, and it comes with a pack of staples, all different colors. And I don't know, I just love it. I use it all the time. And then I'm using some cheesecloth, and I'm just laying that there. Nothing too fancy, just a couple layers of cheesecloth. And then I'm putting my mushroom down. And I'm just going to staple that as well. And then I will glue it. I'm trying to use every last bit of my glue. I think I've shared with you guys before. I go through the glue. I spend about $40 a month on glue, so I try not to waste it. Now this Thursday, you guys will see it is a Dollar Tree junk journal. We're gonna make one together again, and it's using minimum supplies. So I will, before I get off here, like give you a sneak peek of what we're gonna be making. But all you need are the paper bags, lunch bags. You'll need lunch bags, and then like a cereal box or something like that. And then a children's book with an image that you like that you can cut out for a focal point on the front. And then this turns into like a journal you can use for doing collage, or like a mini glue book. But I can't wait to show them to you. And then if you think it's something you'd like to follow along with, like I said, this coming Thursday, the video will be out for that. All right, look at that word mushroom. I love it when it works out like that. That is so cool. All right. And then I just need to cut out my little ferns to put at the bottom. This is a part of a book. It's a cover that fell off. It was a paper cover. It's an antique book, actually. And I just love it. I think it is so pretty. Okay, there we go. But that's things, I don't throw those things away. Like, that may just look like trash to someone, especially since it's falling off the book, but it's such a neat piece of paper that I just feel like it adds so much when you do projects like this and you're layering things. It adds a really unique layer. All right, there is that. It's done. I love that so much. These are just so cute and whimsical. I just love them. I think they're gonna look really cute in the mushroom journals. All right, let's do one more together. Hopefully this isn't boring to you guys, and I hope that you will have supplies in your stash or have access to items that will allow you, if you want to make one, to make one. just because I'm using, this is probably the one item that might be hard to get, I don't know. But just because I'm using items like this, you know, you can do substitutions. You could use like mesh ribbon. I could see where that would work, because you can get like gold mesh ribbon or whatever color you want to use. So that would be like a substitution, and it might be more easily available. And then I'm trying to think. Obviously, you can draw the mushrooms and make those. The vocabulary cards could just be a piece of book page text cut into a square or something if you don't have vocabulary cards. So yeah, like when I make things like this, if you don't have the exact items that I have, just make some substitutions and give it a try, and it's just plain, so no pressure. If you like how it turns out, great, and if not, no big deal. Try something else. All right, so I am going to pause the video to cut out these two mushrooms, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm ready to put the mushroom down. This is, the Whimsical looks a little bit out of my comfort zone. I don't typically do this style very often, or if at all. The closest I've came to doing this style recently is my home journal I did, but I really love these, and I think of any theme you're going to do, mushrooms are magical and whimsical the way it is, so I think this is the perfect theme and subject matter to get a little bit fun and whimsical with it. All right. Again, I always like to point out when I'm making embellishments, I'm doing a mushroom theme, but embellishments are something that you can use for whatever thing you want. So I'm using a flashcard and layering pieces. So if you're doing a botanical theme, this could be a flower instead of a mushroom. If you're doing a bear theme, this could be a bear instead of mushrooms. Just always keep in mind that what you see me do, whatever theme you're working on, use this idea and adjust it however you need to adjust it for the theme you're working on, but you can still make it, is my point. There's my little tab I will need to glue on. All right. So as soon as I finalize my prototype for my mushroom journals, I will do a tutorial on that. Hopefully I'll play tonight and be able to come up with something I like, and then I can do a tutorial. I'm wanting to make a total of 6 journals. I'm going to keep one for myself. I'm giving one as a gift, and then I'm selling 4 of them at my craft fair. These will be regular price, like what I sell my journals for. The big journals that I make, I don't do any like show specials or anything like that to make them less expensive. I just sell them like I would online. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Upside down, backwards. There we go. Whew. I almost put that on there wrong. And the paper pack I'm using is from Hobby Lobby. There's no die cuts on this, but the die cuts are from Hobby Lobby that I'll be using in this series. And it's the Woodland paper pack. So if you're wanting to follow along with some of the things I make, you may or may not want to go pick up that pack, or you may just want to try using what you have in your stash. All right, let's look and see how these turned out. Like I said, I'm just really happy with these. I think they're super cute. The one little tweak I might end up making is I might get some texture paste and put a little, like, use a stencil and put a little something up here in the corner. I haven't quite decided. I mean, it's okay for it to have empty space. Every little part of this doesn't have to be full, but that might be something I do. So, I don't know which one's my fave. Let's see. Probably, I love this one. And I really, for whatever reason, love the ones that have the little mushroom on them too. And I didn't think I was going to, because these are the like ones that I feel like are really whimsical and really far out there. Not that they're not all whimsical, but these are probably my favorite, these two right here. And then I love this one. This is my other one. All right, guys, leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this. Do you like the way I use the mushroom doodles that I did? Do you like how I utilize those as focal points? And give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And if you have any hypes left, I would love it if you would hype my video. It really helps my channel grow. All right, guys, don't forget to keep it cute, keep it crafty, and keep making something out of nothing. Bye.